YouTube, Lightning 2288 here, Rich. Back with another haul. It's been a while. It's been, man, like a month since I really had a haul. Last video was a collection video, but real happy, real excited with today's haul. And basically, I'll tell you how I acquired some of these books. The first 5 to 6 books was basically a random act of kindness from my boy Hero Hunter 81, Clint. Hooked me up, man. Sent me I think it was 5, 6 books for free. He didn't have to do it, but I mean, he's just a stand-up guy. And like I said, Clint, hit me up, PM me, let me know what you're looking for. And like I said, not only in this haul, what Clint sent me, me and James, we made out again on another Craigslist haul. We ended up picking up, honestly, between, I would say, 3,000 to 4,000 books. And I'll get to the price later when I start telling the story of what we went through to acquire that collection. And there's it's just a mixture of different stuff. There's independents, there's manga books, all kinds of stuff. But we ended up picking up a lot of pretty cool stuff. And the one purchase from my local shop, which is another funny story that happened, and nothing to do with me, but something went down with a whole bunch of kids playing like Magic or Yu-Gi-Oh! And I'll get into that when I show that book. And one purchase from eBay, a pretty major key. So the first book Clint sent me was Aquaman #7. Huge Aquaman fan. Love the Nick Cardy covers. Definitely happy to have it. Still working on this run as we speak. Pretty damn close. The Aquaman ones will be pretty expensive. But like I said, guys, I'm going to run through this video a little bit faster. I didn't do all the research on all the books like I normally do. And like I said, if you've seen my last Craigslist video, I had all the stuff that I didn't show in the video, and I took my camera downstairs and kind of showed you everything. I'm going to do the same thing with this video, so just stay tuned. It's going to get good. There's like 20 boxes in my garage as we speak with stuff on top that he just had so many, comic books that we picked up. We need more boxes. But like I said, at the end of the video, I'll take you guys downstairs and show you what else we picked up. But this is all from Hero Hunter right now. Hitman #1. Really cool. Love the cover. Love the fact that Batman's on the cover. Like I said, I didn't do a lot of research on any of these books. I'm going to run through it because I know, my videos run long as it is, and with this showing the Craigslist stuff, is definitely going to run a lot longer. Teen Titans #24. Adam #27. Real happy to have that. I just love the old Gil Kane artwork. Just freaking beautiful. And the 2 books that he sent that I'm just ecstatic about, and once again, I can't thank you enough. The Huntress, first appearance of the Huntress. Real happy, and definitely been looking for this book for a long time. Just didn't want to pay the prices, but Hero Hunter, once again, man, thank you. Stand-up guy in the community. If you guys are not subbed to Hero Hunter 81, which I'm pretty sure you are, if you're not, definitely go check out his channel. Stand-up guy, really stands up for everybody. I mean, backs everybody. I mean, just a real cool guy in general. And like I said, bro, hit me up. And like I said, when I show you the collection that we did pick up, let me know what you're looking for. God knows we might have it within that collection that we did pick up. Now, the books I'm about to show is everything from the Craigslist. And nothing like major of yet. Like I said, it gets better. But these are just some of the minor keys that I took from the collection, just like James. Basically, the next video he has will be like a part 2 of this one. So he picked some books out that he needed, and the rest of the books that we're going to use. That like I said, guys, we got about 35. I say it probably is about 4,000 books. And we're going to use that to eventually open a booth. And it's a lot of pretty decent stuff. And I definitely want to show it at the end of the video. But the first book was Captain Atom. This is X-Men 107 for Starjammers. X-Men 109. Still real happy to get these. These are actually 2 X-Men books I was missing. And just knocked off 2 more on my list and complete that run I set, from 94 to 330. Now I'm missing about, I think, 6 of them. And of course 94, the pricey one, I still need to get. Action Comics 595, First Silver Banshee. Nothing big, yet. But like I said, what I did was I put another ad on Craigslist, and the Friday before, last weekend, I got an email a guy was selling 4,000 comic books. He emailed me and said he wants $600, and I told James, I said, we need to hit this dude up. So, but the thing is, he actually lived in LA, so it was like an hour and a half away. So, I mean, it wasn't that big a deal, but we can't pass up. I mean, even at $600 for 4,000 books, still super excellent deal. So we get there, it's me, James, and my son. And my son's 17, so, we end up it takes us like an hour and a half. We get there, kind of, I'm going to just tell you the truth, guys, not in the greatest area in the world, so I was kind of nervous. But, as soon as they let us in the security gate and we go to the guy's apartment, because his son kind of leads us to the apartment, as soon as the door opens, guys, I kid you not, me, James, even my son, we look at each other. It just felt like they just had a session, like, smoking. It smelled like weed. The whole house smelled like marijuana. And, what kind of sucked, what kind of bothered me about was he had young kids in there. I mean, I'm talking like 8, 9-year-old kids. But like I said, had to deal with it. I felt like we all got some kind of contact high, but I mean, literally, the whole apartment smelled like weed. And in the corner of his apartment, he had like 20 boxes just stacked up, and the boxes are all beat up, dirty, whatever. So we just kind of started going through them. And nothing big, but like I said, I'll get to the later when we start negotiating with them. But let me show you the next book. This is no big deal. This is X Factor 71, the first appearance of the new team, but it's actually autographed. If you can see it right there, Stroma. And actually, we got a ton of autograph stuff, and they all come with certificates of authenticity. So really cool, really cool. And here's another autograph that I did find. Danger Girl, signed by J. Scott Campbell himself. Really cool, awesome cover. Glad to have this. I'm actually keeping this one. And like I said, it actually comes with a certificate of authenticity. All his stuff came certified. Real happy. And just random stuff, like I said, me and James pulled out of the box to keep for our own collections. Amazing 162. This is the first appearance of Jigsaw, I believe. Real happy to find. Like I said, I'm not for sure how much I paid for all these books. And we did find about 4 to 5 really high-end key issues. So it's going to be towards the end of the video. So I don't know for sure how much we spent per book. If you do 4,000 books, and I'll tell you the price later when I get into that story about the negotiating. Web of Spider-Man 118, first appearance of the Scarlet Spider. No big deal. I mean, key issue nonetheless, and I know I've been kind of looking for it. I noticed this book is probably like a $15 book on eBay. I'm not paying that much for it, but like I said, it was in the collection that we picked up, so yeah, I'm definitely going to keep it. And like I said, guys, this is going to be like stuff like, it's going to be all over the place. Found this one, real happy to find this one. V for Vendetta #1, and it's weird because he had, like I said, 20 boxes. And none of the stuff was organized. You would have like an X-Men book, 2-3 X-Men books in the middle of a Punisher like box. Or you would have Swamp Thing, and then you would have a couple of V for Vendettas or some Grendels or whatever. They were just all over. And not only that, we picked up a lot of trades, a lot of manga books, which me and James have no clue on what they're worth or what, But like I said, we picked up a lot of inventory, and we do plan on opening a booth one day, so this is really going to help. But like I said, happy to find this. And this isn't really, and the cool thing is, a lot of his stuff is in really nice shape. He really took care of it. But I just think the fact that he looked, honestly, I know the house smelled like weed, but I think he kind of looked like a crackhead to me. I just think he was kind of hard up on money, because even at the price he wanted, $600 for 4,000 books, is still a good deal. And we did kind of skim through, because I'm not picking up 4,000 books of like 90s Image and Valiant books. But we were skimming through and, just finding random stuff. And like I said, he had some Silver Age, but they were just scattered throughout all the boxes. Here's one of the ones I ended up keeping, real happy to find. Fantastic Four #22. And I believe this is the first time Sue used the invisible force field. So definitely to me, that's a pretty significant key, and not in that bad a shape, actually. So, like I said, guys, Fantastic Four #22, the first time she used the invisible force field. So, still a key nonetheless, and still, a Silver Age key at that. And like I said, they're not in any particular order. And I know this book actually has fetched a pretty good price now. This is Superman Speeding Bullets. Elseworld story. Glad to find this. This was actually in one of the boxes, and like I said, the good thing James already had it, so I got to keep this for my own collection. Like I said, they're all the books are in really nice shape. Real happy. And one of the here's a couple more Silver Age books I did find. This is Superman, number 182, and this is actually the first Silver Age appearance of Toyman. So really excited. I'm surprised this book should be worth more than what it is. Toyman's a pretty significant villain. But like I said, real happy. Superman 182 for Silver Age appearance of Toyman. And like I said, a lot of his stuff is in really nice shape, as you can see. And this is a Silver Age book. Yeah, and as we're going through the boxes, he's trying to sell us everything. He has horror books, just, I don't know, heavy metal book. I mean, just all kinds of crap. But the one thing he tried to sell us was his Playboy collection. And we and James kind of look, I'm telling you one thing, I'm not buying some dude's Playboy collection because God knows what's on those, like, pages, man. So, yeah, we totally let the Playboys go. And here's another Silver Age book that I found. This is World's Finest 113, and this is a book I actually have been looking for. And the cool thing was he actually had it. This was, and I remember actually what box this was. This was in between, like, it was like we did pick up some Image, but it was in between, like, Image books and, like, some Grindel books. And this was just sitting in the middle. He didn't organize his books whatsoever. But this is a World's Finest 113. This is the first appearance of Arrowette. Like, you know, like how Superman has Supergirl, Batman has Batgirl. They tried to do it with Arrow, and they gave a girl version of Arrow called Arrowette. And I believe her name was, I think, Bonnie King. So definitely a pretty, you know, a minor key, but she was actually his love interest for a while through the Silver Age. But still, I've been looking for this book. Not that expensive, but still worth the pickup. Still a Green Arrow key, so happy to have it. Another Silver Age would be Tales of Suspense, number 62. This is the origin of the Mandarin. Real happy to find this one as well. And like I said, this is all in the boxes that we bought from the dude. Justice League, number 185. No big deal. It's like a Dark Side story. So, but like I said, you know, I like the Justice League books. I know I'm a little late on the bandwagon with this, but the Legends, number 3, I think it's first modern Suicide Squad, so I mean, no big deal. This book, shit, you can still find for $1 each, but just glad to have it. Transformers, number 8, first Dinobots. Firestorm, number 23, and I've been looking for this book. This book actually has kind of gone up in price quite a bit. I mean, not like, you know, like out of range type prices, but, you know, I didn't feel like spending like $10 for it. I know I could eventually found it, but I'm just glad it was in the dude's collection. Firestorm 23, first appearance of Felicity Smoke, and can't wait until the Arrow show comes back on. Long Shot number 1, and I believe this is the first appearance of Mojo. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but I do believe it's the first appearance of Mojo, so real happy to have that one as well. Plus it's art by Arthur Adams, I believe. Really cool. And I'll just, found, he did have some Wonder Woman books, and like I said, there's the bondage stuff I'm into, but like I said, Wonder Woman, no key to it, Wonder Woman 206. And found another copy. I already had like the Daredevil run, but I believe this is first Typhoid Mary, and I needed to upgrade, and this is a real nice copy. So this is Daredevil 254. And finally, he actually had this. It's a little late to the party, but this is Dreadstar number 1. And yeah, you know, no big deal. This book ain't worth crap. You know, I know for a while there was a big rumor that it might turn into something, but I highly doubt it. You know, with all this major movies they're making and even television shows, I don't know why they would just suddenly decide to make a Dreadstar type related movie or a show. And all right, and then so another X-Men book I'm surprised I didn't have, and he had it. This is X-Men 184, first appearance of Forge. And like I said, guys, these are not in any order. I've just been lazy lately, been working a lot, and it's been hot as hell in California. Just been lazy. Batman 293, real happy to have that book. That's a cool cover. Love that cover. Another first appearance we found, Amazing Spider-Man 265, first appearance of Silver Sable. Get these up here. I'll just show these together. This is X-Men 390. X-Men 332. Real happy to have those. Super excited. You know, like I said, everything was in that collection. And as we're negotiating, here's Amazing Spider-Man 400, The Death of Aunt May. Real cool. Actually, had this book when I was younger, got stolen from me, but this book actually kind of got me teared up when I read it when I was younger. But as we're negotiating with the guy, you know, he wants 600. So we're like, you know, me and James were talking about it, like, you know, we already know for 4,000 books, give or take, 600 is a real good price. You know, even if we, you know, a lot of the books that we do have in the club, we know we could sell for $1 each if we had a booth or something, so we'd make our money back easy. But we're not paying what he wants, so we're talking about it. You know, his wife gets involved. She just wants the shit out. She's tired of the whole corner of their apartment filled with boxes. So I'm like, I'm more than glad. I'd be more than glad to take them. But, you know, as we're talking, like I said, I'll get to more of it. There's Justice League 75 that he had. This one's a little beat up, but oh well. Avengers 263. I think this is the first appearance of X Factor. I don't know. No big deal. And I like the Flash stuff, so here's Flash. 274. Flash. 278. And, you know, Tomb of Dracula, number 45. Real cool cover. I like this cover. Blade's fighting the Hannibal King on the cover. No big deal yet. It gets better, guys. The Mighty Thor 412. I think it's the first appearance of New Warriors. First cameo or first full? I think it's the first full appearance. Justice League of America number 1. I think it's a sketch for. I don't know. I know Michael Turner did it, so I just like the cover. It's a really badass cover. Freaking awesome. Glad to have that. Get to get out here. And then I know all the Apocalypse stuff. I found this as well. X Factor 19 and 15. I don't know. First full appearance of Horseman. I don't know the keys to it. I know this. A lot of people have been showing them, and I remember covers, so I picked them up. Why not? Well, picked them up. Hell, they were in the collection. I picked them out of the boxes, actually. And some more Wonder Woman bondage goodness. This is imagine, this is a real intense cover. But real happy to have it. I mean, not expensive, but I guess I'm kind of a freak at heart. I don't know. I like that stuff. I mean, I like the covers. And I picked up another one. This is actually an upgrade. I upgraded it's better than the one I already had, so I'm definitely going to keep that one, Wonder Woman. Then he actually had some Watchmen. Only one, though. He only had one Watchmen. Watchmen number 8. Definitely need that. And another Silver Age. This is Tales of Suspense 77. I think it's the first appearance of Ultimo. I'm not for sure, but like I said, any Silver Age are definitely not on the sale in that collection, so I'm going to definitely keep. Found this one, Amazing Spider-Man 365. I believe it's the first appearance of Spider-Man 2099. No big deal, though. I mean, this is a book you can probably find for, hell, a couple bucks at most. $2, $3, $4. And this is the Green Lantern number 141, first appearance of Omega Men. Now, now, as we're negotiating, let me just leave that here so you have something to look at. As we're negotiating, like I said, guys, he wants $600. Me and James step outside, and we're talking, trying to figure out how much are we willing to go in on it. I told him, I said, you know what? Since I did the negotiating on our last Craigslist haul, you go in there and do it. And he's like, all right, cool. And he said, what should I ask for? I said, you know what? He wants $600. I said, screw it. Offer him $300. So he goes in there, offers him $300. The guy, he goes, I don't know, I can't go that low. I said, well, what about $500? Or I didn't say what. He goes, what about $500? And I'm like, and I'm trying to play the collection. I'm like, that's a little bit too much. You got a lot of image. We're just talking. I mean, he didn't really have that many image, but, we're just talking the hell out of the collection down. And finally, he goes $450. We tell him $350. And he goes, I'll go $450. And I'm like, no, we're not going that high. And I said, me and James both said the highest we're going to go. And we're sitting there thinking about what should we go. And then he finally just blurts it out. I said, you know what? Let me throw some books that'll sweeten the pot. So these next 5 or 6 books is what he threw in, and this is what I got from it. The other stuff is what James got. But we still ended up, he said, let me sweeten the pot at $4.50. And he threw in these, it was like, I don't know, it was quite a few books, and it was all keys. It was like he was hoarding the keys, like he was going to keep them later, because he actually had his collection in the corner with his boxes, and we didn't even notice in this china cabinet, there's just like a stack of books. We didn't even notice that. But that's where he took them out of, and he said, I'm going to sweeten the pot at $4.50, and I'll throw these in. And I said, you know what? All we can do is $400, and the wife was sitting there like, you need to do it. She was just sick of getting them. He took $400. So we got 4,000 books plus these key issues. Nothing major here that I showed. Pretty decent keys, but nothing. And then he threw in the rest of the keys that I'm going to show right now, and what James is eventually going to show. And then after I'm done showing these comics, guys, I'm going to take you guys downstairs, and I'm going to show you what I got in the garage. Definitely happy and can't wait to show you guys. And the first book that he threw in, hell. This is Evil Ernie #1 by Eternity. First print, first appearance of Evil Ernie, first appearance of, I believe, Lady Death. This book is pretty pricey, definitely hard to find. I'm definitely going to be on the lookout to trade it. I got a buddy that I might do a trade with that has a major key that I do want. And I mean, I love the fact that I have it, but it just doesn't fit with my collection. And I mean, if he doesn't trade it, oh well, I'll keep it. But like I said, I mean, if you can tell, it's in really nice shape, really hard to find. But this is one of the books that he did throw in. Real happy to have it. Pretty pricey at that too. And you know what? The funny thing is, this book. Here, let me get these out of the way. This book we actually did find in the box. This is Amazing 300, and we all know what it is. I won't explain it, but this is one of the books we did find within the box, and I already have it. James already hasn't. Well, you know how we do. If we find a key that we both have, we flip it. But he knew the copy I have in my own personal use, my own collection, is kind of beat up. And as you can tell, I don't know if you could tell the difference. The colors you could tell by the color itself. And you tell there's a big roll right here, like a crease. This is the one I had since I was a kid. And this is the one we found, really high grade copy. And he was cool about it because usually we would flip one. But he knows that this is a book I had since I was a kid. I bought this off the newsstand. So, and I took it everywhere with me. That's why it's in the condition it is. And to me, it's, I'm glad to have this one. I'm glad James was cool enough to, just to go ahead and keep the high grade and just keep the one. Because this is a sentimental book to me. So, no matter what, I'm never selling this book. Because this book, I used to actually roll it up, guys, when I was a kid and carry it with me in my back pocket. So it really means a lot. And you could tell the difference in the two, the colors especially. But like I said, happy. This is one of the books that we did get. Real happy to have them. And now this is where it gets crazy. Iron Fist #1 and his first appearance. Let's see if I get that to stand up. Really nice copies at that. Real happy. And I have been on the lookout for them. I've been meaning to get them. I don't know why. I've been so focused on DC. I kind of left Marvel alone and really kind of dropped the ball on a lot of these books. And I decided to try to get these before the damn show comes out. I know sometime next year. So, but thank God we found it in this collection. So I don't even have to worry about it anymore. So I got his first issue and his first appearance. Real happy. And then, not on top of that, he also had Luke Cage #1. Another pretty nice graded book, or nice, decent grade book. So real happy to have this. This book is so pricey now, it's ridiculous. But like I said, I'm glad I didn't have to pay much for it. Like I said, guys, we got the whole collection for $400, including the keys I've been showing and the pretty big keys that I'm showing right now, and another one. Werewolf by Night 32, and we all know this book is pricey as shit. And this is a high grade copy, and I'm real happy to own it now. And Sue, man, knocked off 3 major, pretty significant keys right there. So real happy to have it. And like I said, you guys will definitely see what James is about to show you in his upcoming, you know, video. And I would have went into more stories, but there's just so many books that I'm going to show. And this, that's it for what we picked up from the Craigslist. And let me just show you my last 2 books. One was from a local shop. Just bring it out here. And not the greatest grade, but for the price I got it for, and you can see there's like a little tear right here. But for the price I got it for, you know, really, really good deal. It's Brave and the Bold 34. First Silver Age appearance of Hawkman and Hawkgirl, and we all know this book is really pricey, super pricey. So I'm just glad to have it. But I got it. If you guys watch my past videos and you watch a lot of the where I picked up my Hulk 180, I went back and he had another set, and I found this in his long box, and I got a real good deal. I got it for like 25 bucks, so real happy to have it. And I know in this grade, even in this grade, this book sells well over 100 on eBay, easy. So like I said, if I ever decided I want to sell, I know I'd make more than what I paid for it. But the funny thing is at the shop, guys, I don't know if you ever go to a shop and you find, or they have like tables set up in the back for people to play Magic and Yu-Gi-Oh. This has nothing to do with me, but it's something I experienced while I was at the shop. And it kind of gives, this is what gives people a bad stereotype of people that collect comic books or you know, watch comic movies or whatever. While I was there, you know, I'm negotiating, trying to get books, I'm looking for books, and all I hear, and excuse my language, I'm just repeating what I heard when I was there. Just imagine you're hunting through books, hunting through boxes, and people are playing Magic or Yu-Gi-Oh, whatever the hell they're playing in the back. There's like 5 or 6 kids. Not kids, you know, like probably like shit, 6, between 15 to 17, probably around there. All I heard was, fuck you. And like I said, excuse my language, and it got heated quick. You know, even I stopped looking. I kind of looked over and see what the hell was going on. They started actually fighting, like wrestling. They throwing each other. The store owner actually had to go and grab the kids and shove them out, and he called the cops. It got heated. And when they were fighting, right, you'll never guess what they were fighting about. I thought it had been something like, you know, you called my mom a, you know, the B word or whatever. You said something like heinous, you know, super bad, you know, where it caused a fight. You cheated, you tried to steal something from me. Nothing like that, guys. They were fighting. This is what the fight was about, and I actually heard it. One was a Venom fan, guys. Check this out. A Venom fan. The other guy was a Spider-Man fan. They were fighting over who would have won in a one-on-one fight. Can you imagine that? That is what gives a bad stereotype of people that collect comic books right there. But I should have been a smart ass and just kind of threw my own 2 cents in the conversation. I said, well, I think Carnage could whip both their asses. And I would have ended up in the fucking brawl myself. But anyways, that actually happened at a comic shop. 2 guys were fighting over who would win in a fight, Venom or Spider-Man. And dude, they actually knocked over a couple of like, where their table was behind them, there was shelves with comics, and one got thrown into it and knocked all the books over. He damaged some books, so the owner was real pissed, ended up calling the cops. But anyways, last book, this is the eBay purchase. Like I said, lower grade copy, but for the price I paid, and I ain't gonna say the price I paid, you know, it was still expensive, but I know for a fact if I flip it on eBay, I'm gonna get double for what I paid for it. Flash 106, and if you don't know what it is, this is the first appearance of Gorilla Grodd. Major villain, and he's definitely gonna be on the Flash show, so definitely be on the, well, it can't be on the lookout. This book is hard to find. If you have a chance to pick one up on eBay, if it comes up in auction and it is a decent price, pick it up. I mean, and like I said, these are type of books, I'm telling you, in any grade, as long as they're attached, they're well attached, and it presents decent, definitely pick it up. Gorilla Grodd is a major villain. It's a villain that, you know, it takes the Justice League to beat him. But like I said, I'm so happy to get it. A major villain of Flash, a major villain of a lot of characters. Flash 106, super. Oh, and by the way, yeah, first appearance of Pied Piper. No big deal. But like I said, okay, that's it for my video, guys. And let me take you downstairs real quick before this video runs way too long. Oh. Yeah, let me just, like I said, you guys have already seen my house before. Let me just hurry up and get down there. Sorry about this video running so long. Yeah, it was just crazy though. Even that's my laundry room. But even coming back from LA, See if you guys can see that. Even coming back from LA, we got lost really, and it was funny because we ended up in the hood for some goddamn reason, and it was pissing me off because James, I told him to use the GPS to get us home, and his stupid battery was run down. So we were actually in the middle of the barrio, freaking arguing because his stupid GPS wasn't working or his phone died. You know, and what pissed me off, James, he got like the first, you know, edition Android phone, so it has like a 5-minute battery life. So anyways, yeah, we ended up in the barrio for a while, so it took us like 3 hours to get home, but it was a good experience. We really had a good time. But here's some, nothing major, I mean, some weird stuff. Here's like, you know, we have a lot of this stuff. Like, let me just get these. We found like actually 3 copies of this, Son of the Demon. What's this one? Another Son of the Demon. And there's some X Factor stuff. No big deal. Let me just try this second print crap. This is stuff that we didn't have. This is, I don't know, a Wildcats Ace Edition thing. Actually comes with a certificate of authenticity as well. And then we got, honestly guys, I don't got them all out. I need to organize it, but we got like, freaking like 10 copies of this. First appearance of Jubilee. Oh, there's another one. And some more X, a lot of the Jim Lee X-Men, and we got a lot of these we got like magazines, everything. Oh, there's my bills. Look at that. Some weird stuff. And this is, I know Jane guys showed all this. Sinister like Origin, I believe. Real cool as well. Another Jubilee. All the Dark Knight Frank Miller stuff. Definitely happy to find these. We got the whole run of Nightfall, and I'm talking multiple copies of stuff. You know, and like I said, all these books are pretty decent. You know what I mean? They'll definitely sell in a booth. I mean, especially if we price them right. Bishop, you know, we got like 4 or 5 copies of the first true appearance of Gambit, his first cameo. I think this is the first Exo Man of War. Like I said, I don't know how much this is, but I actually seen a couple of them sell for about $10, so no big deal. I believe it's the first appearance of Witchblade, and this is a different cover, I believe. Another Gambit, another Bishop. Got a lot of cool stuff, guys. Oh, and then we got a ton of this stuff. Real happy to find this stuff. Daredevil, and we all know what it is. Anything Frank Miller, badass. Oh, there's another copy of that. Another Bishop. And like I said, guys, there's just so much. I would love to show you guys everything. We got everything, even a lot of, you know, trades, a lot of manga books, and I just got books falling everywhere. Oh well, got like 80 copies of it. Dark Horse Presents. I don't know what's over here. Oh, Punishers. And look at this. This is a whole bunch. We got the other part to the story, but like I said, and we got a lot of autograph stuff as well. It's like a lot of Vertigo. A lot of Batmans. We got a ton of Batman stuff. We got the whole Nightfall series. But like I said, guys, that'll do it for my video. And I definitely need to like go through this with a fine-tooth comb and definitely reorganize it. But that'll do it. I appreciate all the views, comments, support, and thanks for watching and lightning out.